The 2020 NBA season is down and is over with. The Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron and AD led the Los Angeles Lakers to win the NBA championship. Now let's go and evaluate these free agents. Number one, we got Anthony Davis for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now he has verbally confirmed that he will be re-signing with the Los Angeles Lakers. They will re-sign him for 5 years with the bird rights, and they can pretty much give him $30 million for each season when it comes to it. Now, he was the main highlighted person when it came to all the different free agents. The 2020 free agency class is not going to be stacked. It's actually going to be more ideal for trades. So expect more trades when it comes to this season. Anthony Davis was a star player, but now there's going to be a bunch of co-stars kind of coming around. We do have DeMar DeRozan kind of coming in at number 2. DeMar DeRozan's played for the San Antonio Spurs for the last 2 seasons, and he does have a player option to re-sign with them. That's not going to be the case. San Antonio's about to blow it up. Popovich may retire. I can see more likely DeMar DeRozan go to the Orlando Magic, let alone the Atlanta Hawks, to get the bag. Next, we do have Gordon Hayward, who had a successful backup season here when he came to the Boston Celtics, starting at small forward, playing meaningful minutes, and he didn't miss a couple games in the playoffs. And when he came back in the Miami series, he was a helpful 15 to 20 point game scorer. When it came down to, of course, Gordon Hayward, he has a player option of $34 million. You can best believe he's going to opt in for one last season for the Boston Celtics for the best payday. We do have as a number 4 right here, Danilo Gallinari. Gallo is an unrestricted free agent. You can expect him to be in the market for going for around $20 million. I think a good team for him would be the Dallas Mavericks for him to go along with. And I forgot to mention, for Gordon Hayward, I can see the Indiana Pacers, if they are to look to sign and trade, anything along those lines. But Danilo Gallinari, I will love the Dallas Mavericks. He fits their European style play. He'd be a great third option alongside KP and Luka. Next, you do have Fred VanVleet of the Toronto Raptors. He's been with that culture, winning a championship, and let alone he's going to be very highly up there when he can get the bag. Different teams I could see throw the bag at him are going to be the Detroit Pistons. I can also see alongside the New York Knicks. Whenever it comes to him joining or re-signing with a team or not, I can actually just say the Toronto Raptors will re-sign him to throw him the bag. I think with him, and it comes along to their other power forward, young stud, Pascal Siakam, I think they'll run down the Toronto Raptors. I could see him being paying $17 million, kind of in that range. DJ Augustin is an underrated point guard when it comes to here in the league. I see a Philadelphia 76ers team could really use him, let alone the Los Angeles Clippers. Time for him to finally join a contender and be a true point guard for a contending team. And when it comes to him, he can take pretty much a pay cut if he's going to join the Clippers, let alone if he joins another team as well. DJ Augustin, very underrated for one of these picks within here as well. Montrezl Harrell won the 6th Man of the Year award. Definitely got to keep your eye out on for him. I actually think the Clippers could possibly lose him after their chemistry issues and losing in the second round. I think he would finally be a starter for a team like the Charlotte Hornets, which they'll go around and they'll throw him the bag. Now, when it comes to his market rate in the market, I think for him, he would probably get overpaid $20 million. If it comes to a team like the Charlotte Hornets, who could really use a different change in their direction. Rajon Rondo's name's been thrown around for the Los Angeles Lakers, of course for the LA Clippers. Now the Clippers are getting a little more desperate to the point where they need a certain move. They need a player to change things internally and get a leader on their team. Rajon Rondo fits the mold. I could see them throw around $8 to $10 million his direction. If he stays with the LA Lakers, he may have to take a pay cut if they're going to bring in a third star, let alone if they need to bring other role players around. I think Rajon Rondo would do it. We'll see what happens in the Battle of LA. I think another one that's very underrated is Wesley Matthews of the Milwaukee Bucks. He will be an unrestricted free agent, and he is known for his three-point shooting, being a sniper, but underrated. He is a great defensive guard and player in the NBA. I think a Philadelphia 76ers team would fit most likely perfect for the role they need for him, and I doubt he's going to re-sign with the Milwaukee Bucks. I foresee him to go to the Philadelphia 76ers. Serge Ibaka and Paul Millsap are a couple of other underrated picks. I would like Serge Ibaka to go over to the Los Angeles Clippers. They could really use him at the 5 to fit the mold. He does fit with the Houston Rockets side of things, but I doubt they'll go that direction. I think they're in a retool and rebuild. And Paul Millsap, he's not going to get paid $30 million elsewhere. It's kind of a weird direction where he could possibly go and his side. Maybe the Portland Trailblazers want to throw that money at him if they don't re-sign Hassan Whiteside and kind of keep it. Paul Millsap could also fit with the Dallas Mavericks alongside with KP. And we'll kind of cover it there. There's a couple of other free agents, guys, that we kind of didn't touch on too much when it comes to here. Marc Gasol, he is saying that he is going overseas. If he were to stay in the NBA, he would be a great fit for any contending team to get paid around $7 to $8 million, like the Cleveland Cavaliers, or not the Cavaliers, the LA Lakers, the LA Clippers, the Dallas Mavericks, a couple of teams. Otto Porter Jr., he has a player option for $26 million. Of course, he's going to opt in. Andre Drummond opted in 1 year for Cleveland for around $30 million. Nicholas Batum, he has a player option for $24 million. Best believe he's going to take that. Hassan Whiteside is going to be an unrestricted free agent. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what kind of covers more into there. Goran Dragic for the Miami Heat. I think he'll probably re-sign with them for a 1-year deal, probably around $8 to $11 million because they want to test 2021 for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jeff Teague's going to be an unrestricted free agent. He's kind of getting older, and his name hasn't been thrown around there. Tristan Thompson could take a pay cut to join the Lakers with LeBron James recently, or I don't know where else, but I think the Lakers is the way to go for him to reunite with LeBron. Marcus Morris, he's going to want to get paid around $10 to $15 million. See where he goes. Jeremy Grant as well. I think the Denver Nuggets will be able to re-sign him. And Bojan Bogdanovic. I think if the Lakers don't get Chris Paul, Bradley Beal as a big three, Bogdanovic would be a perfect fit to be within that team in that range. There's kind of other little players here and there when it comes to the free agency class. It's not a big, it's not a big market full of big names. That's for 2021, but you'll see more trades when it comes into here. Let me know down below what type of players you think will join any type of team and the reason being. But we should get excited because there's going to be a bunch of trades coming in here. And some of these moves could be low-key. We'll see what happens.